sheet or CSS style sheet using the link tag. In this tutorial, we're going to look at pulling in an external JavaScript file using the script tag. So the first thing we'll do is open our FTP client, FileZilla. Using Site Manager, we'll open up the Web as Site preset to take you to your group website. Then we'll go into the writable folder, into your own student directory, and then you'll notice that there's now an assign3.html. So if we open up the local directory where you're storing this on your computer, we can pull down assign3.html. And also, now inside the JS folder, we're going to need the script.js file. So we'll pull that down into our JS directory. Now if we go back up to the top level to the folder that you're using to store all of your files on your local machine, you can now open that folder in Sublime Text 2. And we'll open assign3.html as well as script.js. So you'll see in script.js it's already been pre-filled to be using the document ready function. So in this tutorial we're going to be using an external script file, which is script.js, but we're also going to be using an external library called jQuery. And the external library jQuery is represented in script by the $sign function, and we're going to be quickly going through a couple different ways to use the functionality that jQuery provides out of the box. So the first thing we need to do is similar to how we did with CSS, we need to reference the script.js file in the HTML document, and so we'll put that between the head tags. So here we'll use a script tag with an attribute of src or source, and relative to where this file is stored on the server, it's going to be in the JS folder, and then the file is script.js. Now you can put code between script tags, unlike the link tag that was used to reference a CSS external style sheet, so we have to have a closing script tag. So I will save this, and then we'll upload it to the server. And then if we open it in our browser, group1.webassite.com/Carolina, assign 3 in this case, we'll notice that now we have assignment 3, but it's done nothing. So if we go back to JavaScript, what jQuery allows us to do easily is to select elements and operate on them. So we've pre-populated this here with this h1 tag has an ID of header. The h2 tag has a class of blue, and the paragraph tag also has a class of blue. So we'll use these to select the HTML elements in our DOM and do things to them. So if we go back to script.js, the way that jQuery works is you use the $sign function, and then the one parameter that you can send to it is your selector as a string. And so it's the same type of selector pattern that you would use in CSS. So if we want to select the the h1 with the ID of header, we use #header. And now we use dot notation to show which method we want to apply to it. So we use dot. In this case, we're going to change the, we're going to alter the CSS, so we'll use CSS. The CSS attribute we want to alter is the color, and the new value we want to give it is the value of red. So we'll save this, and now we'll upload our new script.js to the server. So if we refresh our page, again, nothing happens. The problem is that we have not uploaded the jQuery library. So we also need to be able to pull in the jQuery library. You can download jQuery yourself and serve it, or you can use a CDN or Content Distributed Network, which is what we'll be doing in this class. So I'm just going to open a new tab and search for Google jQuery CDN. Google offers a number of different popular JavaScript libraries that you can reference in your code. So we'll go to Google hosted libraries. We will search for jQuery. And here it is. So this is the jQuery we want. And we're going to be using jQuery, the latest version, latest stable version, which is 1.9. So if you grab the entire snippet and copy it, then when you paste it back into the document, you want to paste it above script.js because it's a dependency of script.js. So when the browser is reading this HTML file, it's going to read from the top down, and it'll load scripts in that order. So we'll paste it here. So now if we save and upload assign3.html, when we refresh the page, if nothing went wrong, now we'll see that jQuery is actively changing the CSS of the head element. We'll do one more quick demo. We've got the other class blue, and so we'll do .blue. And in this case, we don't just want to change the CSS. We'll actually go in and change the text between the tags. So between these tags, we've got a series of open and closed parentheses, and between these, we've got 2 ampersands and a copyright symbol. So in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to use the text method, and we'll replace it with a string that says this has the class blue. And save that, and re-upload. So when we refresh this, we'll see that the text has been swapped out dynamically by jQuery and replaced with something else in both cases. The last thing that we want to do here is to print something out to the console. So if we go back to the ready function, and also the ready function means that it won't be triggered until all of the elements in the DOM have been loaded to the page. So by putting things within the ready function, you know that you're not trying to reference something, say the header, until after it's been loaded to the page. So it's important to put your JavaScript jQuery typically within the ready function. Another function we can use that's stock JavaScript, that's not jQuery but just regular JavaScript, is the console.log function. And in here what you can do is print out something to the standard output. So we can print out finished. Save this, upload the new version of the script. And when we come back here, if you're using Chrome, which we recommend for this class, if you go under View, Developer, Developer Tools, there's a number of tabs under here. Elements will allow you to inspect the different elements of your page. So as I hover over the different elements, you'll see on the top that they're being selected in blue, and their margins are being shown in orange. But if you come over to console, this is where your console.log statements will be rendered out. So if we refresh the page now, we'll see that console.log is going to print out finished. So the nice thing about this is you can use this for debugging to check if the things that you wanted to print out are actually printing out, such as values of variables and so on.